Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Faith and Forex. May you prosper and be in good health as your soul prospers. Let's go. Okay, so if you had watched my previous video, it was an amazing analysis. I just realized that I did not show you guys how I would take the trade, the entries I would actually look for. Even though I gave my area of interest, I gave you a very good stop loss and I gave you an amazing TP. All right, so, well, that TP, I went back and I realized that there are some edits that could have been made, and I'm going to share those with you today. All right, so how I did that setup. The first thing I did, I went on the daily time frame. Let me do a bar replay. All right, this is the present market condition. So it was just around here that I sent the trade. All right, so I went on the daily time frame. What's going to happen here is I'm going to draw my Fibonacci retracement tool from the previous high, or that lower high that we have there. All right, one of those major lower highs just before the market really started to go down. I'm going to choose two things. All right, so on the daily time frame, what I'm looking for, all right, so daily time frame, I'm looking for overall direction. I'm also looking for areas of interest, and lastly, potential take profit areas. All right, so I'm going to draw my yellow box from the 23.6% all the way to the 50% Fibonacci retracement area. Now, I did say that you can draw it as far as the 61%. However, if price got to that area for this specific trade, I would no longer be interested in taking any sells. All right, just for this specific trade. However, your area of interest can go, or your retracement may go as high as the 61%, or even midway 78.6% and the 61.8%. All right, so I kept it at the 50%, and I also looked into my take profit area, which is just around the 27%, or what I called out was 190.5. I do believe that price is still going to get to 190.5 based on what I'm seeing. However, for future reference, I want you guys to pay attention to the fact that, one, please respect that negative 27 on your fib tool. Two, you also want to ensure that you want to take profit just about before any previous major areas of resistance or support thereabout. All right, so this was an area of a major higher high that triggered what we would have called an uptrend just around here. It was a continuation of a trend. All right, so you could consider those areas, take profit just before it gets into that area, because it might not break below it. Also, think about the negative 20%. Or if you're going to use key levels or psychological mid levels, you want to do 10 pips above just to be safe. All right, so for here, we would take it at 190.6 instead of the 190.5. Price got just into this area, so you would have been perfectly fine. All right, so those are some things to consider. After I choose my area of interest, I want to get down to lower time frames to look for my confirmations should price get into my area of interest. What are my confirmations? The main one that I need to see is price starts the market structure starts to form around my bias. So if I'm selling, I need to see market structure starting to become bearish. All right, so I need to see bearish market structure. I also want to see my candlestick formation. All right, and also my MA moving over. All right, especially if it's one at a major level of support or resistance. All right, so I also need to see my MA moving over. Those are the main ones. If I can draw a trend line, I will also include a trend line if possible. All right, so one more thing I want to bring to your attention is you could have drawn your Fibonacci retracement on the 4-hour time frame. Previous high, previous low. It simply means that your box would have started just around this 23.6, the same level, and you could even go as high as the 71.8. All right, just for this area. So what am I looking for now? That I've drawn my area of interest. I'm going down to the 1 hour so I can identify structure more quickly, or change of structure more quickly, or that bearish structure more quickly. All right, so this is what happened when the market opened. I'm going to begin. Boom. So as you can see here, price was going up. This was the previous low, just around here, and that previous low got completely broken. We have a complete candlestick, not just a wick, but we have a candlestick close below that area, which means that number one is ticked off. I'm seeing my market structure. There is also candlestick formation. I could have entered the trade just around here, but I did not. All right, because we do have a bearish engulfing. Did the MA cross over? It wasn't too clear on this area. All right, so the MA crossing over wasn't too strong, even though price, the market structure shifted and the formation was in play. All right, so I waited, and there we go. We have the market structure, the MA completely crossing over. Boom, wonderful. All right, I still don't see my candlestick formation, which I'm looking for. Both bearish engulfing, or especially an evening star in this case. All right, so price broke, came back into the area. Look at that, guys. Lovely, lovely, lovely. This is exactly what we're looking for. Price broke the previous low, got back into the area completely. We're seeing bearish structure, and look what happened just around here. We now have our evening star. All right, so you enter just about here for your short position. Stop loss above the previous high. That's a 50.3 pips for your stop loss. However, the overall trade went to a 1 to 4. You can take it at a 1 to 3. A 1 to 3 would be your negative 27 if you drew the Fibonacci retracement on the 4-hour, or you could stick to that overall, the overall take profit you took for the daily. All right, so let's go back down to the 2-hour thereabout, and we're going to play to see if this trade actually pulled through. Look at that. That would have been a wonderful trade. Wonderful trade. All right, just exquisite. Let's just see. And this is present market conditions. All right, guys. So as you can see, price got just around that area. So perfectly hit on that area. All right. And so if you are taking that trade, you could have made a lot of, or a good amount of money in this market. So price literally kissed this previous low that we did mark. All right, so you want to pay attention to those areas when you're taking TP. Even when you're considering your areas of interest, you can also take that into consideration. All right, guys, thanks for coming on. That was an amazing, amazing, amazing analysis. Looking forward to growing with you guys. May you be blessed. Come back here for a midweek update of Gbpjpy, what I think it's going to do. By tomorrow in the New York session, I do believe Gbpjpy is going to make a move, and I'm going to share my prediction here. Let's go.